And joining us today is Mr. Shivendra Nigam, who is the Chief Financial Officer at Canterbury Retail India Limited, one of India's most successful apparel brands. Welcome to WION Business Masters, Mr. Nigam.
Thank you so much for having me on the show.
Mr. Nigam, there's of course lots to unpack with you, but first up, how has your journey been like with Canterbury? You've been associated with the brand for over 8+ years.
Right. So if I'll describe it in one word, it's fantastic, I must say. The journey for the Canterbury over a period of, you can say, 8 years, the business, specifically retail, is quite, tough, and it's always been challenging. But the way Mr. Vijay Bansal and his son, Mr. Deepak Bansal, has evolved it, today we are probably one of the fastest growing brand in terms of apparel retail, and continuously we are just posting our, revenue growth and profits. So it's an incredible journey for me as well. And when you are the part of a growth journey, starting from just 150 stores. Today we are 600+ stores. So it's fantastic. It's fantastic with me.
Absolutely. And you're also a finance leader with, if my research is correct, 20+ years of diversified experience in retail, manufacturing and service industries. And before working with Canterbury, you worked with Future Group India, Vadhavan Retail Home Stores as well. Talk to us about those experiences and journeys and how it has further helped you in Canterbury as well.
So it's, it's a really a good learning. For 20 years I'm in retail only, right? After qualification of clearing my CA exams, I'm in retail. I joined retail, and it's a big learning. Before 8 years, that is the big organization, which helped me a lot in managing and excelling myself and contributing in the growth part of the mid-sized company like Canterbury. So it's a great to have that experience. Earlier, the broader role in terms of mostly finance, but here as a CFO, as a listed company CFO, my role has been expanded, starting from my board, coming to my shareholders, and cross-function departments. Cross-function departments are very important. You cannot be only a number crunch guy anymore. CFO role is completely changed. So that helped me a lot. My overall experience of my earlier companies of 14 years and then 8 years in this company has taken me today, I can say, very strongly that I'm contributing on the front end more than a back end. The teams are set for the back end. So that is really good. That's really good.
So as much as I can understand, a pretty holistic approach with all your experience in the past as well.
Absolutely. This is a completely holistic approach because, there are all experts are there. Finance expert is there, legal experts are there. So the role of a CFO is involved in a different way. Starting from the scratch, I need to understand first what is happening in the store, the associate, even the helper who is, at the ground level is doing the business, and taken to the promoter level. So these are the things which I learned a lot, and just trying to implement that, simple.
Which brings me to my next question. What inspired you to pursue finance? Of course, like you mentioned, you're a pass out. You've cleared the very difficult CA exams. But why did you choose finance?
This happened actually. Honestly speaking, this happened. So because I chose finance approximately 28 years back, when I did basically I'm from my hometown Kanpur, UP. So there, doing professional degree is quite big. So my uncle is actually a chartered accountant, and he cleared in 93, and he is a CEO of a very big company now. So he inspired. Some kick is required, right? Some kick is required. So we are just doing the plain reading, then 12, then the graduation done. So the kick has been given, and always been the numbers. I love numbers. I liked numbers earlier in my career. Maths, has never been a good student in maths. See, honestly speaking, for doing a big thing in any of the life, you don't need a huge amount of trigonometry kind of things. So simple mathematics would work, make the life simple and easy. So that has worked. So the kick for the finance is most what kicked me in the year 97 when I did my graduation, and post I joined CA. So
if I can ask you, how many years did it take for you to clear CA?
Too much. So I think on camera, it's taken me post my registration 6 years.
My God, but you still cleared it.
Yeah, absolutely, because there is no, it's like a tunnel. When you enter in a professional exams, like say it's a tunnel, right? One side you enter, there is no U-turn. You have to cross it, simple. Lage raho, it's done.
And I think you achieved success as well at the end of the tunnel. Were there any early mentors or experiences in your career that majorly influenced your mindset? Of course, you mentioned your uncle, but apart from that?
Honestly speaking, the kicks which has been given once you got the failure, honestly, that's the biggest mentor. The initial my years, when I did not work, first attempt I have given, I qualified, then second attempt had taken a lot of time. So that is the biggest mentor, because that inspired me more, ki let it be closed, let's kill it. So simply I kill it. So there are, during my professional journey, there are mentors out there. But initially, it's the initial failure of my life in terms of not clearing the second exam of my CFO. That's given me the kick.
Like they say that failure is the first step towards success.
Absolutely correct. Yeah.
What have been some of the biggest challenges in your professional career so far, and how have you overcome that?
So as a finance leader or as a finance LC, the most challenges for not only for the finance leader, for the businesses, specifically retail, the pandemic. The pandemic was the biggest challenge, honestly. Many of the biggest companies, they have been shut down and they have not been able to come out. So that has given me the learning that how continuously to there, because there were dual challenges that time. You need to support your staff as well, where earnings are not there. Shops were shut completely, specifically retail, where you are in the B2C business. You are not in B2B business. The moment you are in B2C business and your shop is shut for 2 months, 3 months or a longer time, the customer footfalls has not been there. That is the toughest time for all the retail. Many companies have been gone down, because in that case, you are mostly dealing with the low income group of the employees. There, every day their salary is matter. So you need to manage them, and you need to at the same time manage your business, because you need to pass that time. 2-3 months has to be passed on, and then it's spent. So that was the toughest learning, and which has given in last 4 years to this level, because that's given me the reality, not only to me, all the business reality. You have to go on the ground first. You cannot sit on your AC room. You cannot sit on your AC room.
On the ground, you mean like the shops?
The store level. You need to go with the CSA, what the challenges they have been facing, right? You need to understand, then you can scale the business. Continuously, we are giving 20-22% CAGR growth in terms of revenue. Not only in revenue, our other margins are very good. So when you have a basics, the simple formula is that you need to keep your basics right all the time.
And as someone leading finance in we of course witnessing a digital space in today's time, how do you stay agile in a rapidly changing environment, especially when it comes to retail? Because so many people are going online to shop whatever they like, apparels, clothes. So how is Cantable evolving under your leadership?
So digital is no more an option, honestly speaking. Digital is no more an option. It's a mandate, and specifically in fashion retail. If you go, anyone first, the people in India, the customer of India is very price sensitive. They go, they see this is the garment I am getting in the shop. First they browse them, and whatever the best is there available in the market or they are going to. So we have to be very, very agile. We are now in all the platform, all the digital market platform. We are very good in omni-channel now. My revenue target for this financial year, next financial, we have been able to generate approximately 8 to 10% of the revenue from the online business on my e-commerce channel, right? So this is going to be, so longer term also, this is the basics. So we are now changing our complete setup in terms of e-commerce, right? We are going completely live electronic, AI is to be there. So going forward also, this AI-driven digital platform is mandated, and we are very forward in doing this.
That being said, what are your thoughts on Cantable's Q1 results? And of course, I'm sure you've contributed majorly, but if you can just give us an overview of your contribution towards the strategic goals of Cantable.
So first of all, Q1, as usual, our Q1 results are fantastic. We have registered 24% of the growth, even in this tough time. In last couple of years, if you said there's a tough time for retail, but we have registered 24% of the revenue growth and 28% of the PAT growth. And it's for last 4-5 years, as I told, continuously we are increasing our revenue shares. 22-23% growth is being coming. So Q1, not only Q1, last financial year, continuously for last 4-5 years, we have been delivering the great numbers. Any of the peer you take our comparison, any of the peers, you will find one of the best margins the Canterville what has been producing, right? So going forward also, and as far as my contribution is, so it's not about only my contribution, it's a complete team contribution, including management, right? Because efforts, this is not a rocket science. This is not a rocket science. Honestly speaking, retail or any of the business is not a rocket science. You need to keep your basics right again and again. We are completely KPI-driven company. We are completely all the KPIs which has been very particular and very important for the retail. We are continuously working on those, and that is why continuous quarter, not only year-on-year basis, quarter-on-quarter growth you can see for last 5-6 years.
Absolutely. And looking ahead, what are your future goals and objectives for the brand?
The immediate target, we are pan-India presence of 600 plus stores. In last 4 years, we grown from 5 years, 150 to 600 physical stores. Continuously, we are opening 60, 70. We are expanding our retail footprint approximately 1.2 lakh square feet year-on-year basis. Going forward, this is our target. So this next couple of years, FY27, we are closing our brands as a 1,000 crore revenue company. And then next 3 to 4 years, we are making it double. So next 4-5 years, we are very much on target to make Canterville as a 2,000 crore revenue company. Not only the revenue numbers, it is not only the top line, by maintaining all the margins, industry best EBITDA margins, return on equity, ROCE and PAT margins. This is what the Canterville mantra is. Very simple. We are only a believer of long-term sustainable goals. Simple. There is no vulnerability in that.
Right, Mr. Nigam, too many business jargons, which of course went above my head, but overall I do get the sense that long journey and big results under your leadership. But of course, I want to ask you, what are some core values of your leadership that you religiously follow, and what are some principles that you also ask your team to follow?
Same thing, as I just said, the number one thing, for me, for anyone, basics are integrity is very important in any of the business, right? Your commitment is very important for the business. Not only for the business, in your personal life, same things. So the same, not only me, we are always in a person who never, getting out of our basics. So like your commitments towards your work, and like your, not only commitment, you need to deliver it completely. Whatever you think, every day you think in the morning, this is my schedule, this I have to follow. Until the time full day schedule has not been end, you need not to rest. And don't make a schedule which cannot be followed. So we normally make a schedule. I normally make a schedule starting from the morning. What is the schedule I have to end up? If I'll end up, I'll be happy.
Of course, we do want to know about what your day looks like. But before that, I want to ask you, how do you stay ahead of all these industry trends that we are seeing?
So that is as I just told you, basic KPIs are very important. You need to keep learning what is there in the market, because market is very fast forwarding and very changing very fast, right? Today we are in AI is everywhere, but that is there. So considering not only in personal growth, you need to update it yourself completely on a day-to-day basis. And very important, today we are a 5,000 plus employee company, managing 5,000 plus employees, 600 plus stores. Continuously giving not only on year basis, quarter on quarter basis revenue growth. Like we are opening, just a very few example, we are opening a 70-80 stores, physical store every year, right? 1.25 lakh square feet area we are adding. Very choosy. You need to be very choosy in your property. Because one wrong selection in your property selection is giving you 9 years to pay.
Property selection means where you're going to open the brand.
Opening a brand, opening a store, because you are expanding, you are continuously expanding. So the basics, very basic is to selections of property, location. You need to find the right location, because that give you pain for next 9 to 12 years. And all your margins are there only. Simple things to be followed, nothing else.
Very simple, but of course it has major implications, ramifications going forward.
Correct, absolutely. See, you need to, the word is going for the electronic, the word is going for the intelligence driven. So you need to follow these things, you need to keep on, the important thing, you need to keep yourself updated.
What is that one moment or decision in your journey with Canterville that was, if you can say, a turning point in your career?
Turning point, honestly, the pandemic, again, as I just said earlier, for business point of view, that is the biggest learning, and that is the turning point. You need to stay focused, and you need to be ready next 4 years, 5 years, you need to have your backup, right? Anytime it can be happen, and not only in business, in personal life as well. Pandemic was for me, not only for me, it's once in a century kind of thing. Right? You need to learn very fast. So that is because the thought what we are registering, 2 months we are at home, nothing else. We cannot move. So that is the biggest learning. That is the biggest learning for us, for all of us, in fact. What we learned during the pandemic time, that has to be replicated in your real life going forward.
Right. Ms. Nigam, keeping all the business talks aside, let's get to know you a little more. What does the day look like? Of course, you mentioned your schedule and you follow it very religiously, but are you a 5 a.m. club person, or do you like waking up late and going through the day?
By chance, because to keep your whole day active, for me it is very important to hit my workout at 6 a.m. So I need to get up at 5 a.m. If I don't do this, 10, 15. 10, my going to the bed time is 10 maximum, and I have to wake up at 5 because I have to go to for my workout. If I don't do, I get tense. ये हुआ नहीं आज. So that will
like something is missing.
Absolutely. 100% that is missing. 100% that is missing. So right, so for me that is very important. Anything, whatever I am doing in the day, I have to wrap it up. I have to go bed at 10 a.m. because I have to wake up at 5 a.m. and hit the gym by 6 a.m. Simple.
So you are a morning person.
Absolutely correct.
After a long day, how do you unwind yourself?
Simple thing. I unwind myself going back to the home, taking a dinner with the family. Just like my daughter is 15-year-old. She is a growing child. Her mother is completely committed. By chance, my wife is also professional. She is also CA, right?
Oh, wow.
So yeah, but she is committed to the family. I'm here because of her contribution. I must admit it. So that is simple. Going to the home, getting a dinner, just have half an hour spent with their family time, go to the bed and start the day. Simple.
Is there one quote or book that you live by, something that has become a guiding principle for you?
Honestly speaking,
or maybe a movie quote or anything like that, if you can think of it.
So you can say not anything specific. Not anything is specific. So the movie quote or anything, just go normal in life. Simple. Just go normal in life. Stick on your daily routine. Stick on your basic principle. Simple.
Of course, you mentioned that you love spending time with the family and that's how you wrap up your day. But is there a non-negotiable daily routine that you have to follow on a daily basis? Apart from, of course, going to the gym.
So this was actually non-negotiable. Actually non-negotiable, right? Apart from this, no, nothing is special. You need to come up. There are a lot of things that are happening on a daily basis. So you need to compromise sometimes your sleep, late sleep, starting the day and other things. So sometimes it happens. Nothing like it. I'm very flexible guy, very flexible and very adaptive guy. No issues with that.
Okay. For all those watching you on the show today, what would your one piece of advice be to everybody who aspire to be like you once they grow up?
So again, very simple focus on the things. You need to plan not only your career, because your career and your overall personality is being associated and impacting many. What I feel. Your family members, your colleagues, there are many people whom probably I am following, they are following you. So that should not be impacted. So as a finance leader, I must say that any of the finance leader is no more only on the sticking on the numbers. You have to go cross-function departments, you have to associate with the cross-function department and take over your career.
My last question to you, Mr. Nigam, what advice would you give to all the aspiring finance leaders who want to move beyond traditional roles and become strategic drivers of business, just like you?
It has to be. There is, as I said, it is finance goal. Finance leader is not only orthodox traditional approach, because it is not only about compliances. It is not only about accounts and numbers. It is at a level like specifically at a CFO role. You have to go cross functions. You have to go the reason why it happened. because every expert is there. Compliance expert is sitting there. You are not the compliance expert, right? Earlier it was like everything has to be done by CFO, compliance is to be done by CFO, account is to be done by this has to be everything. No, it's move ahead of theory. It's moved ahead of theory. Every compliance consultants are there. They will do their job. No, you did not interfere in their job. Let them do their job. What your job is? Your job is you need to be a backbone between your third party, like investors, your auditors, your board of directors, and your cross-function department, whether it's the operations, whether it's the marketing, your back-end functions. So simple, the role is completely different of a CFO. Nobody wants a CFO who can completely pitching on the numbers. Many people are there to pitching on the numbers. You need to just make the path to fulfill and achieve those numbers. Simple.
Right, Mr. Nigam, of course, I'm very curious about your chartered accountant journey. How was that?
It was tough, would not be said, nothing tougher in that. You need to keep on yourself. So obviously I joined CA late. I joined CA post-graduation. So I did my graduation in 97 and got myself registered in 98, right? So yes, taken some time. First group was clear very fast. So people, I get very excited. Then second group immediately given me a learning, and it's taken a lot of time, right? So it was a journey. So as I just told, there is no U-turn. If you are entering from one side of a tunnel, you have no option but to come. There is no U-turn. So that is the beauty of CA, is that yes, success ratio by that time very less. Even I remember May 2000 exam when I appeared, I did not qualify. I did not qualify that exam.
Do you remember the date?
Yeah, the two times happened. May 2000. That time the result was the toughest one, and it was hardly 3%. Right, and that means 100 people appearing, only 3 get qualified. Right. So yes, tough in the sense you need to compromise few things. You need to You need to come out of your comfort. I exactly remember everyone in India loves the cricket match. I am the biggest fan of the tennis match. My expression, I'll just talk about Roger Federer, right?
Okay.
Yes,
so
absolutely
you've been following
perfect.
the Wimbledon which is going on?
For me, see, what happened with the player, not the inspiration, not only the leaders. Anyone can give the inspiration.
Correct.
Wake up in the night, 12 because Roger Federer is playing. I said, initially started with them. So, because you need to set up, he elevated the game. Roger Federer is what? He elevated the game, right? Tennis elevated. One of the reasons was not only earlier it was Rod Laver, then it's a Roger Federer. Do you remember when last year in 21 Laver Cup when he retired? You need to set an example. When you are the biggest rival, it is Rafael Nadal, right? Roger Federer's biggest rival is Rafael Nadal. When he retired in the Laver Cup, you can see more than Roger Federer, Rafael Nadal was crying.
Yeah.
This is the example you need to set. And that is what the inspiration. It is not only the leader. To whatever Novak Djokovic can have a 24 Grand Slams now. Nadal has 22. Roger is having 20 Grand Slam. But it's not about only Grand Slam what you have. The overall what you have. Did you raise the game? Sachin Tendulkar, what India has did. Not only what he raised the game. Today he has set an example, right? So that is what I'm saying. So also the challenges in the CA, coming back to your question in CA was as well, but no U-turn. You need to compromise yourself a little bit. So I compromise with that TV. 14, 15 hours reading required.
To clear the exam.
And that
So basically,
exam,
as much as I can get, of course, you need to, what do they say, live a larger life, a bigger life, leave a kind of a legacy behind. What would that be if it comes to you?
So again, same thing, normal life. I'm a very normal, grounded person, nothing like that, right? But initially you need to compromise something to have your rest of the life slightly on a easier zone, or not an easier zone, at least at the part, because time is very challenging. What my suggestion to the young leaders or young people are coming, because in our time, I am not that old guy कि I should say कि मेरे समय में ऐसा होता था, ऐसा कुछ भी नहीं है. I'm still, but
basically for the Gen Zs right now.
Gen Zs, right, correct.
Yes.
Gen Z. My daughter is 15 years old right now, right? So Gen Zs type of thing, because that time there was no challenge. Actually, challenges was very less.
Very less.
But today, see the mastermind people are having mastermind the young. So the challenges. So you compromise little bit today. By the age of 20, 25, then whole of the life would be fine.
Did you always want to work with an apparel brand? And how do you see that changing in today's landscape?
So number one, I did not select it as an option when you clear your CA or any of the exam, you want to go for a good job. You want to go for a good company, right?
Correct.
So I started with WION Group. The important thing for me is very important, not only for me, other thing. Always try to choose your first company right. Simple. For me is important. The first company, what the professionalism and learning they will give you, that will follow your whole life. And eventually it happened with me. My first boss was very thoroughly professional. I can take name, Mr. Salil Sahu was there. Today he transformed, little bit of, his energy, his other thing. So what my message I given to my daughter is always choose your first company right. Even you spend only 1 year or 2 years there, that's it. But the processes, the professionalism, what you learn there, that will pay off you whole life. No doubt about it.
Basically, how you grow moving forward only depends on the first step that you take.
First step what you are taking, very important.
Right. And do you believe that a person should keep on hopping companies if they want to grow big, or perhaps grow in one company for as long as
there are two ways of taking yourself as growing. Number one, obviously, majority is being measured in monetary terms.
Correct.
Majority is to be done in monetary terms. That is the basics that is required, no doubt about it. But at the same time, you need to see how professionally you want to grow. You keep on switching the company, you will get better salaries and you will get this. So that is required. But you need to see what is your ultimate goal. Sometimes you need to compromise on that part as well. First part, that's fine, no issues. Balance needs to be done.
Right, absolutely. Thank you so much, Mr. Nigam, for joining us here on WION Business Masters and sharing your incredible journey and insights on the show with us today.